My guest today is broadcasting sensation, a legend, an icon really, and an all-round ray of sunshine. I'm saying that looking into her eyes because it's a true story. You'll know her as so many things. Co-host of the iconic Big Breakfast, many years brightening up the airwaves, doing so many things that we're going to touch on if we can, but really we're here to talk about her beautiful book, Spread the Joy. She is Gaby Roslin. Welcome to the top of the tower.
Thank you so much. You've been so kind to me. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And okay, where to begin? First of all, let's talk about the jumper, the sweater you're wearing.
Yes.
It's got. Why don't you describe it?
Well, it's neon, which is I love neon.
Neon's bright.
Neon. I'm all for neon. I will wear neon on Morning Live to whatever. I just absolutely love it. And it says joy.
Yes.
And I buy clothes from a company, a small business, and she's got these great neon sweatshirts that say love.
Yeah.
And I ordered another one last week because she got new colours out, and she sent this as a gift to me.
Nice.
And it says joy, and I thought, well, I'll wear it on publication day.
What a great. So you're this is kind of practicing what you preach, which is spreading the joy, but also helping a small business while looking happy and joyful.
Well, but also it's neon colours, and the thing is, everybody always says. They always say, oh, hold on, I wish I could wear them. I wish I could. Anybody can. Just a little bit of colour. It not only brightens your day and your outlook, but it also spreads the joy because somebody looking at bright colours feels lighter.
Why do you think people don't want to wear the bright?
Because people are self-conscious and they're worried all the time what other people will think.
Yes,
and the most important thing, and it's in the book, is stop worrying what other people think because they're far more worried about themselves than they are about you.
It's such good advice. This book is peppered with these gems, and we'll try to get to a few of them as we go along.
Thank you.
But it is hard to stop thinking, to caring about what other people think. I think what I've discovered, it takes an age.
Yeah, it does. But also, I'm somebody who, and I'm very open about the fact that I excruciatingly shy and self-conscious, and I still am in some situations. I get very, very shy. I've got to go to something next week, and already I'm saying to my husband, "Oh no, I've got to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go." You go. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. So I still get that, but
people will be happy to hear that.
Oh, I always talk about it.
They'll be reassured to hear that, won't they? Because somebody who's ostensibly so confident can feel so worried about a public engagement.
It's shy. Yeah. I. That's why it's important to talk about it because people don't.
Why did you decide to compile all of these gems and words of wisdom and pieces of scraps of really sage advice into this book?
Because it was time to do it.
Yeah.
Because ever since I was just saying to you that ever since I was 3, I wanted to be a TV presenter because TV made me happy. And I wanted to make other people happy. I was never going to be a stand-up comedian, but I wanted to make other people laugh and happy. And so I used to watch Blue Peter when I was a child.
You went to the set, right?
When I was very little.
How did you get it there?
Because my dad worked for the BBC.
Yes.
So he was a continuity announcer on BBC television, on BBC Two. And if you remember the old days when the two used to go round, that was my dad.
But the Globe would turn around and go, coming up now is David Attenborough.
And he'd do that with his foot.
Oh.
And then...
Sorry, he did what?
No, you'd press a button and it would go round.
No, I did not know that.
And then he was on Radio 4. He was a Radio 4 newsreader. So for me... there was radio in the background, but television was my thing. And my dad used to sit with a cardboard box on his head, pretending he was a cameraman, and I'd sit next to the television. And so when they say hello to Blue Peter, I'd join in and say hello. And then years later, I saw that they did auto cue.
Yes.
And so I made my mum get a loo roll and write stuff on the loo roll and pull it down so I could practice doing it because I wanted to be a TV presenter.
I love it because when I was a kid I used to read CFAX on the TV aloud in the hope to end up doing the same thing. What is that? That
but it's something that it's really interesting in lockdown and when I was working here and it was I remember suddenly having that light bulb moment where I realised, because people for years say, you're obsessed with your job, you're addicted to your job, so you just parrot it. And then I just realised, no, I love my job. Yeah. It is a passion. It's an absolute passion.
What age were you, do you think, when you hit that point of realisation where I'm not obsessed, I'm not addicted, I'm just happy in it, and I love doing it?
It was a few years ago, and age is nothing. That's the other thing. I'm 33 every birthday.
Yeah.
But age is just a number.
You just don't care about it.
I'm very lucky to be alive. I'm very lucky to be on this planet. My mum died very young.
Yeah.
I've lost far too many friends when they were just 40. So I'm very lucky to to be on this planet and to be able to smile and go through tough things like everybody else.
Yeah.
But if you can just have moments of joy in your day, pepper it with moments of joy.
We talk about TV, you talk about radio. You haven't mentioned stage, because I was at the Les Mis 40th.
Oh, were you there last night?
I was, because my friend is Jean Valjean at the moment, Killian Donnelly on stage.
Oh, isn't he fantastic?
Do you know him?
Oh,
He's
I've interviewed him, but he is incredible. What a voice. But I love the confrontation.
Which was Javert.
At last, we see each other plain. Love it. Love it.
And it's a pretty look down. All of this carry on.
Monsieur le Maire, you'll wear a different chain before you say another word. Yeah, I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
She knows her Les Mis.
I love it. I love musicals. Absolutely obsessed with musicals.
So you were in Chicago.
That was a very long time.
Yeah, but you were in it. I mean,
yes,
as you say,
Mama
time
Morton.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you were
I was
there.
Mama Morton for a year.
So, and how was that for you?
It was great fun. I was doing television in the day.
Yeah.
With Chrissy, with
Chris Evans, great. Yeah, you met him earlier on.
I was doing with Terry Wogan. I was doing the Terry and Gabby show on Channel 5 in the day and on stage at night. It was crazy.
Was it too much?
No.
You just kept rolling.
I love it.
And tell me the stage experience for you with the curtain and the applause, and how did that differ from the other stuff you've done?
Well, I'd always... I always wanted to be in a musical where I didn't have to dance. That's why I won't do Strictly, because I'm too self-conscious. Too self-conscious.
And have you been asked to do?
Yes, and I won't.
And you won't do
I'm
it?
too shy. I watch it every year and I love it, and I've had friends do it. I'm too shy, so I'm very honest about it.
If somebody said,
I don't want to put myself out there to be judged, because I go on about not being judged and just doing my thing. Would you do it?
Never.
See, there we go.
But I don't. I'm not graceful and beautiful and elegant
I'm
like you.
not graceful. Have you seen? I fall down. I walk. My favourite thing ever. I'm cruel. My favourite thing is somebody walks into a tree, and my next door neighbour fell down a manhole, and all I could do was laugh so much that I wet myself on the pavement.
Why do we find that so funny?
Oh,
Other
it's
people's
so funny.
pratfalls.
Yeah.
If a TV boss came along and said, "We will mind you, we will guide you, we will train you, we will make sure you don't look silly.
No.
We will give you the most beautiful gowns known to humanity."
No, thank you.
Is that a no then?
It's a no.
Talk to me about the different things that you say in your book, like jumping up and down for a few seconds.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Explain that to me now as a human being who might be skeptical of it.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Right, raise your mic up so everyone can hear your reaction. Okay.
You might have to just be a commentator. So what am I doing here?
Okay.
This is unrehearsed.
All right, I'm not going to do it with you then. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I won't
I'd
do it
love
with
you to do it with me.
No, it's all right. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is one jump. Just one jump. That's it. You did it. After 3, I want you to put your arms in the air and do another jump. Okay? 1, 2, 3. No, with your arms in the air. Yeah. Put your arms in the air. 1, 2, 3, jump. Right, now I want you to do the same again, arms in the air, with the biggest smile on your face, okay?
Do that anyway.
1, 2, 3. There we go, he did it. He hit the ceiling. Sit down. Now, simplest thing, you now feel more energised. Look at you.
You can see it in my eyes.
You feel more energised.
I'm ready to go.
There we go. And it's a really simple thing. If you're able to get up, if you have to remain seated, if you're seated for any reason, you can do exactly the same thing. We do it on Morning Live. We do Strictly Fitness, but you can do it by just throwing your arms in the air if you're able to do that as well, and just give yourself a twist a couple of times, and then just go with a big smile on your face, and you feel better.
I feel great.
It's just, I've got tiny tasks in the book where you can write in the book, because it's really important that you can scribble in it and make notes. But those tiny tasks, so it's jumping or just smiling first thing in the morning before you reach for your phone and do any doom scrolling. Just bring your cheeks up and smile.
You were on your way here today on your beautiful autumn walk to the top of the tower, and you did something very lovely. Tell us about that, because people will be sitting down at benches going, "Wait a minute, what?"
Oh, well, I've been doing it for the past week or so in London, in Manchester. I just leave the book around just for
randomly.
people to find. Because I think books are really important. I talk about actually the importance of books and building our imagination. And they're tough. It's tough days out there. So I just leave them around because it's called Spread the Joy. So I'm hopefully
and
spreading the joy.
Did you inscribe
I sign
them?
it. Go, yes. Please take this. This is for you. keep spreading the joy.
Wow, what a lovely thing to do. Sabrina says, I have always have lovely memories of Gabby, as she was super kind and recorded a message for the best man speech at our wedding.
Aww.
And it was incredibly kind of her and such a hilarious and very funny part of the best man speech, and I'm extremely grateful she agreed to do it.
Oh,
I love you paid it on.
hello, Sabrina.
There you go. Loving your chat with Gaby Roslin, says Mary. I was on the big breakfast with my dog Barky back in the 90s on a slot called You Pet.
My word!
Had a family. I still have my badge, which is another. So that's very
that's
nice.
So lovely.
And what sort of memories do you have of the big breakfast, Gabby?
Oh, only happy ones. Chris and I used to say every single day, this is the best job. I mean, because we loved it. We absolutely loved it. And it was like nothing else. I mean, it started 33 years ago in September.
Crikey.
And it was, and Chrissy and I still love each other dearly. I absolutely love that man. And we were lucky because the minute that I started auditioning, and we just got on. And then when I was offered the job, we fitted together, and we still do. We sort of, if he breathes, I know what he's thinking, and I'll ring him suddenly. I'll say, "Is that all right?" He goes, how do you know? But we just know. When I listen to him, I'll know what he's going to say next, and he always jokes about that with me as well.
That's chemistry, and isn't it? And
but we had the most one. It was also television that was naughty, and I love naughty with a small n. That's how I've always been on TV. I mean, before that, I did Saturday morning kids telly. I did a show called Motormouth with the lovely Neil Buchanan, who then went on Mr. Art Attack, and we were naughty, and I've been naughty ever since. And with Terry Wogan, I was naughty.
Yeah, talk to me about Terry. I mean, he's somebody I was saying to you before.
TV God.
And a very important person to you and to where I'm from in Ireland. People just really treasure the memories of Terry.
Well, I worked with him for 12 years. We did Children in Need every year, and also we did the Terry and Gabby show that Chris produced. So the three of us were together, which was wonderful. I'll say he was the naughtiest person I know. We used to things like he'd say, "Oh, so and so was coming on." We had huge guests on the Terry and Gabby show, and say, "So and so's coming on." He said, "Haven't watched the film." I said, "I have." That's good for you. Yeah. He'd be like that. But also, Children in Need, just before, everything would go wrong, and that's when we loved it.
Yeah.
We love it. It's live. That's the joy of doing live. For me, I remember it wasn't with Terry, but it was with, I have to say this very carefully, I shared the screen with a different man. I can't say I had a different man every hour. I shared the screen with a different man. 28 and a half hours. I was the constant on the BBC's Millennium broadcast.
You didn't take a breath?
No.
Wow.
I loved it. I would have done another 28. Loved it. And and 15 minutes into the broadcast, in our ear, I got, "Gabby, all the lines have gone down around the world. Can you fill?" And in my head, I thought, yes! 28 and a half hours. Here we go.
Oh, my God. I mean,
but the lines all did come back up again.
Yeah. But you were thriving on the live thing. And it's always like
I still do.
The brakes are cut on the car and you just go.
Just go.
Yeah, it's a different type.
Also, be honest, because when something goes wrong, on my radio shows that I do, if something goes wrong, it goes wrong.
And just call it. It's like life.
I say, I didn't press that button.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Smile at strangers, another thing you say in your book, is an important thing because, why?
Well, because there's, especially now, actually, there's a lot of darkness out there. There's a lot of bleakness. There's a lot of things that are very tough for people to cope with. And a smile lifts your day and then can lift somebody else's. And I play a game with myself where I leave home, and because I walk everywhere, I talk about walking. I'm very lucky to be able to walk, and I always say I try and smile at people and say good morning. And my record is 19 good mornings back. Oh yes, bring it on. That's good, isn't it?
In London,
yeah, and on the tube, and I've sung with people on the tube. It's in the book. It's true. It's true. John Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer." A guy had his headphones in and they were leaking and I could hear. And without thinking, I was like, "Living on a prayer." And then the person next to me started singing. So we all and the whole carriage on a tube in London sung "Living on a Prayer." And the guy took the headphones off and we all sung along.
No.
Yeah.
Flash mob.
Yeah.
I love that. And what is that doing? Is that dope?
Lifting everybody's spirits.
It is. It really is. It's like a fairy godmother going around and.
But anybody can do this. I mean, that's why I talk about the tiny tasks. Just doing these tiny little things each day will make you feel better, and then in turn, if you feel, because you have to feel better yourself to then be able to spread the joy.
Yeah.
But also, don't fake it. So it's tough. Times can be very, very tough, and you've probably gone through it. I've gone through it. I'm very open about the stuff that I went through with my parents' illness and illnesses. And and it's though having those moments, grabbing those moments. You don't have to do it all day. Don't put on don't do the fixed smile. Hello, everything's fine.
Yeah, that's
also
just
talking is important.
Talking about to anyone or about everything.
Talking.
Yeah.
However you're feeling. If you're feeling happy, if you're feeling sad, if there's something going on, and also if you haven't spoken to a friend for a while, why don't you give them a call? Don't just text.
Yes.
Just call and go, hello. How are you?
It's such good advice. I was in my old university on Monday in Dublin, and I met the Students' Union president, a young guy. I mean, they're all young, obviously. And I said, "What is the biggest crisis or problem facing?" Because I'm curious, like you would be facing your generation. And he said, I was quite taken by loneliness.
Loneliness. Well, that's what I work on. That's my big thing that we're working on.
So you'll appreciate this more than anyone else.
We're working with the BBC and across Morning Live, across a show I do called Make a Difference.
Yeah.
And the big thing that we're tackling at the moment with Multibank and with Warm Welcome is tackling loneliness.
Brilliant.
It's really, really important. And young people between the ages of 20 to 25, there's some really shocking statistics, but 80% of them have admitted that they feel lonely. But the really important thing is we've got to there's a whole sort of taboo about that word. The minute somebody can turn around and say, I feel lonely, then now we can talk. Now we can talk. So if you're feeling lonely, please tell someone.
Yeah.
And if you feel you can't tell somebody, obviously there's many charities out there, Samaritans, 116, 123. But just using those words, and don't think that somebody's going to frown on you or they're going to judge you. Yeah. They're not.
It's an illness.
It is.
And
it's a pandemic proportion.
And I think what's so striking is what you said is that age group you said. Because I think most people think loneliness is the poor old person down the end of the road.
They're also lonely, but there are young people.
It's different because
working from home.
Working from your phone is not a source of friendship.
Yeah.
I would have thought, or great communication.
Well, I go and talk to book groups, young people's book groups, and that's what they all want to talk about.
Is that what an important point on which to end our conversation. Will you come back again? I'd love to talk further about all of it.
You are very kind.
No, honest to goodness, and
you're really kind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabby, and what a pleasure to see. I can't believe our paths never crossed before now, but I'm so glad you've exceeded everything I'd hoped for.
Oh, you're just so lovely.
No, it's true.
What a nice, lovely man.
And your book is exactly what the world. You know that lovely song. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, and what the world also needs is your new book called Spread the Joy. It's a manual to live with and by, and what a gorgeous gift.
You've overwhelmed me.
To everybody.
Thank you.